flat out, third gear, purple car's passing me. Honda imported these motorcycles between 88 and I think 92, and they didn't sell very well because at the time adventure motorcycling wasn't really a thing, but they stopped bringing them to the States, which makes this a pretty uncommon motorcycle. There were 3 different engine displacements, 125, 250, and 650. This was the 125 model. It makes, I believe, 13 horsepower, and it's slow. And you know, everybody knows 125s are slow, but until I rode this, I didn't really have an appreciation for it. I bought this motorcycle off of a guy who never rode it, and he claims he bought it from somebody who trailered it around in an RV, and they were the first owners. Apparently they didn't ride it much either, because the odometer has only got 2,500 miles on it. Yeah, it's basically like brand new. But I think there's a reason why nobody ever rode it, and that's because it is not the best thing to drive in traffic. Pretty much all the time you have to just pin the throttle and keep it pinned and be flat out, which is, I guess, for an experienced rider, you're going to be okay. You're going to know what's around you. You'll be able to look around you and be aware of your surroundings and ride defensively, but for a newer rider, not having any power in reserve, probably going to be nerve-wracking. Like right now, I'm just flat out approaching 45 miles an hour. It feels intimidating. And I'm not so sure that's the best thing for someone who's brand new to riding motorcycles. So this thing pretty much maxes out at 60 miles an hour, but the fastest I can get it up to in a reasonable amount of time is about 50 miles an hour. It's slow, man. In fact, to put it in perspective, the Mini Baja Warrior that I made a couple videos with a while back, it has a 6.5 horsepower, 212cc Predator engine on it. But I think between 20 miles an hour and 40, that and this would be side by side in a drag race. This guy's hitting me with rocks. It's a good beginner bike if you don't have to be dealing with stuff like this. Like, for example, this guy's hitting me with water and rocks. I can't get around him. It's hopeless. I think he's slowed down. It's dangerous, man. I mean, as a beginner, do you want to be having to dodge cars? You got enough to worry about. I mean, you don't know what your levers do. You don't know what your feet are doing, or your hands are doing, your head's doing. You have a lot of coordination that you got to deal with. And fucking dodging cars shouldn't be one of those things. This fucknut's not using his turn signal. Oh yeah, another thing. It doesn't have a lot of ground clearance. And while that's bad if you want to actually ride on trails, it's easy as fuck to put your feet down. This thing is short, and if you're used to riding actual dual sports that are high as hell, I think you'll appreciate being able to flat foot it when you're fishtailing everywhere. Oh. This sand is not, I don't know, I mean, because I can flat foot it, slipping around in sand is actually not as stressful as it would be on the XR. It's fun though. It's a fun little bike. You gotta use it. It's not good for every situation, and it's not good for the most important situation, which is getting around on the road. You know, so is it worth it to get a 125? Maybe, if you treat it like a street legal mini bike, because that's what it is. It's a street legal mini bike. The bums are all out bumming. But I bet at night people come down here and sleep. If you want to see these pictures and shit, follow me on Instagram. I'm doing that now. Well, I never used to get into Instagram, but I like photography. And I used to have a Facebook page, but it was a pain in the ass to get anyone to actually look at it. So, periodically, I'll post adventures that I'm having wherever I am. So I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe to watch me do other stuff. Follow me on Instagram. And have a nice day.